Yetis, it is a beautiful day here in May, and I have a bunch of end of year information for everybody. Some important graduate information, some important dates and information for our non graduates, how we're going to wrap up this amazing school year. So here we go. All right. So a little summary of everything I'm going to talk about. So if you want to print out a one pager, I'll post a link to these slides, and you can print out this slide, hang it on the fridge or whatever you need, okay? So we'll be talking about portfolios. We'll talk about end of the year NWEA testing, about our last day of classes and when students should be finishing up their credits, all the graduation events that we'll be talking about, including the graduation prep, graduation ceremony, graduation parade, and then we'll talk about what our remaining students will be doing after graduation, which would be our mini session, new this year, 8th grade graduation and continuation ceremony, and our end of the year family celebration cookout. So I'll talk about all those things here starting now. All right, so our portfolio defense is one of the last assignments that our graduates will do. Almost all graduates are scheduled to defend their portfolio this Monday, in just a couple days here. And I just want to remind our graduates, everybody received an email yesterday from Dr. Harris with a list of everything they need to do. Parents, if you are unsure of what your graduate still needs to do as far as their portfolio and graduation, you can ask to see that email from Dr. Harris sent yesterday with a to-do list of everything they need to do before Monday. And just a reminder, that portfolio needs to be 100% done for the student to be eligible for a diploma. If you have any questions, any concerns, anything you need, I'll have my cell phone on me all weekend. Shoot me a text and we will support. All right. NWEA testing is taking place this coming week. These are the internal tests that we use just to kind of measure how our students are doing, their growth. And, we use some of that data for placement next year, things like that. So those tests will take place for all grades, students in grades 7 through 11, and that's going to happen Tuesday and Thursday morning, May 17th and 19th. Okay, our last day of classes coming up. So our graduates are expected to finish all of their credits by May 20th. That gives us just a tiny buffer in case we need it. So if our students for some reason have something they need to wrap up, we'll have that Monday and Tuesday before graduation to do it. Wednesday the 25th is graduation, and then the day after graduation, all of our students who haven't graduated will have their last day of classes. On that day, we'll run a 1 through 7 schedule, so we'll have all students in all of their classes on that day just wrapping things up. And then on May 27th, we'll start mini session, and I'll give you some more information about what that means here at the end of this presentation. Okay, so all of our graduates need to get ready for the graduation ceremony and wrapping up the final things. So that takes place on Tuesday, May 24th, the day before graduation. On that day, all graduates must be at school. They'll come in, they'll paint their bricks, they'll get their speeches for graduation ready. They will have lunch with me, possibly with the superintendent, and then we'll head over to the venue and we will do a graduation rehearsal that day. Also, that's when they will pick up their cap and gowns if they have not received them before that. Okay. Then our graduation ceremony. Really excited about this. Hopefully we'll still be outdoors and it doesn't start snowing again. And if we are outdoors, we'll be at the Silverthorne Performing Arts Center. At noon, we'll start. We should wrap up by 2 p.m. on that day. So it's usually noon to 2, and that'll be Wednesday, May 25th. If we have to move indoors, we'll be at the Silverthorne Pavilion. And then just as a reminder for our graduates that there is a graduation parade. So that's in Breckenridge. You'll be heading down Main Street, and that is right after the graduation ceremony. So after graduation ceremony, students will have, a little bit of time to get over to Breckenridge, and you'll meet in the North Gondola parking lot, and the parade starts at around 3:30. They actually told me, it should be okay because they'll be kind of at the tail end of the graduation parade if they're there by 4. But the earlier you get there, the more the earlier you get there, the better. Okay. So, anyway, to participate in this parade, all graduates are going to have a signed waiver. They can sign it if they're 18 or over. If they're under 18, a parent does need to sign it, and we'll be sending that out to you here shortly. They do make the recommendation that a parent or guardian drives so that the graduates may kind of wave and participate in the festivities. And there are some rules and reminders that everybody needs to remember to keep you healthy and safe. I won't go through those now. They'll be in the waiver that I'm going to send you. All right. So after graduation, we have all of our students who will be returning, coming back to school from May 27th through June 1st. And we run what's called MiniSession. All right. And so this is a requirement for our students where we get together, and it's kind of like reverse orientation, right? Orientation was introducing students to the Yeti way and all the amazingness that is Snowy Peaks. And here we're just going to be wrapping up the school year. And we do a number of activities where we turn the leadership of the school over to our returning students for next year. And then some of the other activities that we do is we actually give students an opportunity to reflect on the school and help us build school improvements for the following school year. And then we always take one big field trip to end MiniSession. A little hint at it, it's looking like we will be going roller skating down in Denver. So that's right now tentatively the plan. Okay, and then on June 1st, the last day of school, we do have a full school celebration, and some of these things definitely our parent community is invited to as well. So that morning, depending on weather and lake conditions and all kinds of stuff, we are set to launch the sailboat that students have been working on for 2 years. I don't know if it has a name yet, but I'm sure it will. And we'll be launching that boat and acknowledging all of the hard work that our students have put into that project. And that'll be in the morning. All right, and then we will then transfer or shift into at noon. We'll have 8th grade graduation celebration. A continuation ceremony for our 8th graders moving into high school. This is a first annual event at Snowy Peaks. And so families, you are definitely welcome to attend that. Hopefully that might be on your lunch break or at a time that you could come join us. And certainly if not, we will record it and make sure that you get a copy of it. And then at 12:30 to 2 o'clock, in Snowy Peaks tradition, we have a cookout, and we cook up food, and we share out stories of the year and celebrate the amazing triumphs that our Yetis have had this school year. So that's from 12:30 to 2 p.m. Right now, we have a couple different locations on deck. So just kind of stay tuned. We'll get you more details once we finalize and lock down some things. We were thinking about where we're going to launch the boat from, either Frisco or Dillon, and then possibly trying to do the cookout and celebration at the same place. But we have not been able to confirm that yet. Okay, that's all I have. Hope you guys are having an amazing weekend and enjoying this beautiful day. If you have any questions, there's my cell phone, especially graduates as you guys are wrapping up, families of graduates, as you guys are checking on your students' progress. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions whatsoever. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We love you, and we'll talk soon. See ya.